Okay, dojo friends, this is a sword from Dremsword, D-R-E-M-S-W-O-R-D. Dremsword sent me this as a sample, so that might make me a bit biased, but I want to thank Hong Shen for sending me this blade. He asked me to review it, and I said absolutely. So Dremsword has a large eBay shop. If you go to eBay, they sell about 125 different sword combinations that you can choose from. All kinds of interesting colors, steel types, and koshirai. But this one here I call Haido no Kumo, or Gray Cloud. I named the sword Gray Cloud because, as you can see, it's just gray. I love the gray on this. I really think that's an attractive, classy, different type of color. Let's start at the kashira. Kashira is made of cast alloy metal, and it has a stone pattern to it. It looks tasteful and classy. There are no gaps or spaces, so it fits very tightly, and I like the Ito knots. The knots are a bit bunchy at the end, so if you don't like big knots, you won't like this one. The ska handle is 27 centimeters, or 10.6 inches. That's very standard. And it has panels of genuine Samegawa ray skin over a wooden core. I see two Makugi pins here, and the Manuki decoration looks like some sort of flower. I'm not sure what type of flower it is, but again, it's classy, and I like it on the ray skin there. This is a very subdued colored sword. Obviously, it's a synthetic gray silk Ito, which is very, very wrapped tightly. The diamonds are very uniform. I have no complaints about the wrap job. These diamonds don't move at all with pushing. These sword companies have really improved how they wrap the swords. Good job on that. The fuchi is made of an alloy metal, and it has that same kind of classy stone pattern. There are no ledges, and it's a very smooth transition for practitioners. It's not going to hurt your hand. The suba is made of alloy metals. It's good casting and has flowers and etchings on it. It's very classy looking. I think they did a really good job there. It matches the sword. It doesn't look cheesy at all to me. Of course, that's very subjective. The habaki looks to be brass and gold. I would prefer a silver habaki on this model because everything else is kind of silvery, but that's obviously up to the manufacturer. You could probably ask for one. The blade itself, the blade is a shinogi zukuri style. It's made of T10 steel, which is really good for cutting, and it has a differential to hardened blade with a nice saka medare hamon on here. It's really, really nice. It has a chu kisaki at the end, and the yokote looks to me to be artificial. It does not look like it. I think it's etched in there. Now, for you sword geeks out there, I'm just going to rattle off a few stats. The Nagasa blade length is 27.9 inches or 71 centimeters. The Motohaba, the width near the habaki, is 3.2. Sakihaba, the width near the yokote, is 0.75 centimeters. Sakikasane, the thickness at the yokote is 3 millimeters. The kasane, the thickness at the habaki, is 7.5. Has a 1.9 centimeter sori curve. And the Saia, let's look at the Saia. The Saia is hardwood painted in swirling clouds of gray. And the Shito Dome are not glued, which I don't like. That's a pain for practitioners like me who untie the presentation knot on the Sageo. So I prefer if they would glue these in. A negative, as you can hear here, is it rattles in the Saia. That is something they're going to have to fix over at Dremsword. These rattling Saias for this price point, of course you can fix that. There are ways to fix it. I should do a video on that. But I don't want to hear a rattle in my Saia. It doesn't bother me, but it bothers a lot of people. They like a quiet sword, so that's something they can improve upon. Black and white silk Sageo is very nice. It's a decent quality. The habaki and seppa is a brass. The overall length is 40.6 inches, and the weight is 1.5 kilograms. So what do you guys think of this Haido no Kumo? I think it's classy looking. Very, very nice blade. The price point on this model is about $220 to $250, depending on the distributor. And I'm going to put a link below where you can go to Dremsword and their huge eBay shop. I'm very impressed with all the different types of swords you can buy. Some of the swords are as high as $1,200 for the high end, and the budget swords are under $100. This one's kind of a budget to mid-level, more of a budget sword. I like it. I like the gray. It's just different. I asked for this one. I'm attracted to different colors, and I think this is one of the classier swords for this price point. It's not the best. It's good for practitioners. It's a bit top heavy, so it's not well balanced. It's going to pull you forward into your cuts, but that's good if you want to build up your muscles. So that is what I call the Gray Cloud Sword from Dremsword. And again, I want to thank my friend Hong Sheng for sending me this sample. Head on over to Dremsword on eBay and take a look at their products. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate your time. Have a good day or night wherever you live. Bye-bye.